Hey, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI. Double honor to the apostles and others, great millstone. Peace and blessing to y'all. Can push this truth out the four winds. Okay, as you can see, the lesson, the name of this lesson, YAHAWAH WA YAHAWASHI, fights for us. And I got he there, but they don't need help. Okay, for the simple fact that going through trials and going through things in life, we tend to get tied up in the flesh. We tend to get tied up in carnality to where we want to get out of the situation, and we get to wiggling and moving when the Lord really is trying to show us something, you know. And this is a testimony, basically a lesson to myself, you know, just going through some things. And this is the best time to bring forth what you've learned through the scriptures, okay? Because it hits hard, because you understand, because you're in that situation. All right, but the Lord fights for us, okay? And he don't need no help. YAHAWAH, they don't need no help, okay? You can't help them, all right? There's no helping them. Couldn't help them if you wanted to, okay? Because you're under their control, all right? So this is Galatians chapter 5, and I'm going to start at 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Now I put this here because when you're in the Spirit and you're spiritually thinking, you won't allow yourself to get ahead of yourself, okay? You won't allow yourself to get ahead of yourself. And what I mean by that is, spiritually is moving through YAHAWAH, okay? The lust of the flesh is basically trying to move carnally. If you're in a trial, trying to move carnally, you're basically trying to speed up the process to get yourself out of that bag that you're in, okay? But when you're in the Spirit, it's got plenty of scriptures that tell you to take reproof and judgment. Take it, and when it comes, don't try to forward it. Don't try to make it. Don't be haste to get out of the situation. You know, we're supposed to be praying that the Lord gives us the strength to get through it. But sometimes, being in this flesh, some things are so heavy, and it's one of those Job moments, you know, not as intense, but it's one of those Job moments to where it's like, man, I have to do something, you know. I have to do something, because you're trying to basically get out of that situation you're in, because it's just that heavy, you know. But when you understand that you're in that situation because the Lord had that situation set up, okay? That's when you're moving in the Spirit, okay? And it's a learning process, okay? So it says, "For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that you would." So the point in this is, you have to be on one side, okay? You can't be on both sides of the spectrum. You're choosing the flesh or you're choosing the Spirit. You can't be a spiritual man trying to walk in the flesh, okay? They're going against each other, all right? You're at battle with yourself, We're at battle with ourselves. Okay, so we can't get so ahead of ourselves that we don't understand what we already know. Okay, we already know that we're not supposed to be we can't help the Lord in a battle that he set up for us. Only he can do that. Only they can do that. Okay? This is Exodus 14:14. It says, YAHAWAH shall fight for you. This is proven that he fights for us. And ye shall hold your peace. So you should just be still. And by not holding your peace, the thing is, in situations when you don't hold your peace, it says, and ye shall hold your peace. So this is like an order. The Lord's going to fight it. Don't get carnal to where you don't hold your peace. Now the thing you're doing is you're speaking. You're making moves. Okay, and you're not supposed to. The Lord said, I'm gonna fight. Hold your peace. Keep still. Let me handle this. Okay? But we tend to be in this flesh, and the thing we want to do is have a say-so. All right? We want to have a say-so. We want to basically try to outthink the situation. You know? We're trying to outthink the situation, but the Lord is basically trying to just humble us to where we understand that I have you in this position for a reason. All right? It's to humble you down. It's to show you that I'm going to fight for you. Okay? Because the things we do in the flesh, we're thinking with emotion. We're thinking with feelings. And those things, why do you think the Lord doesn't give wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to women? Because that's what they're full of. Emotion, feeling, and all those things. So now when they make a decision on something, guess what happens? It's the wrong decision. Okay? So we have to sit back with a clear mind and say, Lord, it's for you. Okay, this is your battle. You put me in this situation. You control all aspects of this situation. So I have to sit back and just continue doing what? Praying, fasting, making my videos, and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay? You're going to handle the rest. Okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 30. It says, YAHAWAH your power, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. Okay? You think about the things that went forth in Egypt. The staff with the serpents, the Red Sea, the parting of that, in the wilderness 40 years. Like, people have to eat every day. So the Lord was delivering food and water daily. Okay? So he's showing, I did all these things. I'm fighting this battle for you. Okay? You've seen it with your own eyes. 31, it says, and in the wilderness where thou hast seen how that YAHAWAH shall thy power bear thee, as a man doth bear his son. So I handled all of your situations. Okay? You think about a father and his son. If that child is in a danger and his dad's there, he's not going to let that danger overtake him. That's the same way YAHAWAH is with us. Okay? So it says, and all the way that ye went until ye came unto this place. So everywhere you went, I had you. Okay? Everything you did, I guided you. I fought that fight for you. Okay? So sit back, and we all have a spiritual occupation. We have a job to do here. Do what I've told you to do, and let the chips fall where they may. Okay, I'm going to fight for you. If you're in a situation and it looks like it's no way out, guess what? I already made a way because I'm fighting this fight for you. Okay, that's the wonderful thing when we are put in situations. We have a name to call on. We have a power that's real, and we call on him and he's going to answer. Okay, long as we're handling our business and keeping up our end of the bargain. Okay? So we can't try to take over YAHAWASHI's job. We have one of our own to do. Okay? This is Psalms 91, I'm going to start at 14. It says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name. Okay? He hath known my name. So this name is his name, and it's his ways. Okay? The way that the truth have you moving. Okay? You know these things. You know how to maneuver in the truth. Okay? And the way to maneuver in the truth is we know not to be carnal. We know when we come up against Satan, when we're tempted, the thing we need to do is just trust in YAHAWASHI. That's why Job's story is wonderful. Okay? You look at Job's story and all that hell he caught, it was worth the reward. You know? The reward, he got everything doubled. Okay? But in those times, we need to understand when we're going through those things to just sit still, even though they may hurt. You know? Even though you get antsy because you want to try to make your situation better, but it only ends up hurting you. It only ends up hurting you. Trust me. What I'm going through right now, I've seen it. It only ended up hurting me. So the Lord basically brought me to a place to say, look, do I not control everything? Do I not control everything? The situation, didn't that situation transpire because I made it transpire? Okay, so let me end it out. Okay? Just let me end it out. It's not your fight to fight. Okay? 15, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. So in the time of trouble, the Lord, he had that set up. Okay? And by him having it set up, he already had an escape route. Okay? So we can't just like look over certain things. Okay? We can't look over certain things and see what we want to see. We have to take it wholeheartedly. All right? It says, I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and shew him my salvation. So ultimately, that's what this is all about. Okay? So this fight isn't for us. All right? This is Isaiah 41:10. It says, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Sounds to me like the battle is being fought by the spiritual side of things. Okay? You got to keep in mind we're dealing with two worlds here. It's a world we can see, and it's a world we can't see. And that's where faith comes in. That's where faith comes in. The world we can't see, we tend to forget when we are put in situations. Okay? We tend to forget that world we can't see when we're put in certain situations. Because the world we can see, you can physically say, this is hurting me. Let me physically do something to change it. But spiritually, if we can spiritually see, you know, then we understand that, well, the Lord, he's fighting for me. No matter how drastic the situation is. Okay? You have to stay in that mind frame and live in that spiritual realm, in that spiritual world. Okay? And it's hard. Like, shit, I know it's hard. But the thing is, that's part of enduring. He that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. So we have to endure unto the very end. That's when salvation comes. Okay? Just like our situations. We have to endure to the end of the situation, and that's when the Lord makes everything the way it's supposed to be. All right? But we have to understand that this is basically you being tested. Okay? Are you going to hold on when something comes to your life that kind of shakes it up? Are you going to hold on? Or are you going to try to get carnal and handle it yourself? All right? This is Joshua 23:10. It says, 1 man of you shall chase 1,000. For YAHAWAH your power is he that fighteth for you, and hath, as he hath promised you. Take good heed thereunto yourselves, that ye love YAHAWAH your power. So what he's saying is, 1 man shall chase 1,000. Why? How is that possible? You have to understand spiritually. Okay? Spiritually. The power of the Heavenly Father and His Son, their power is like, it's nothing to be compared, nothing can compare to it. Okay? So when the Lord drops a spirit on you, it's going to be heavy. Could you imagine chasing 1,000 men? 1 man. Could you imagine the Lord putting the spirit and the power on you to where you chase 1,000 men away? That's something, bro. Look at Samson. You know? But that's the thing. We have to trust in Him wholeheartedly, bro. Not just in good times, you know? And all the chaotic things to come. It's some test in life that we really need, because that's going to show that character in the end. All right? That character in the end, when you're going through something, when you get to that very last moment, if you're about to be beheaded, or if you're about to have something very bad happen to you, that's the thing you can look back on and say, the Lord delivered me. I remember the struggle and the pain I went through when I was in that situation, and I just trusted in Him, and I called His name. He comforted me, and then He delivered me out of that situation. But I trusted in Him. So I have to do the same thing now. Okay? It's just preparation. All these things are preparation for us to be in a good mind frame in the very end. All right? This is Psalms 44:4. It says, Thou art my king, O power. Command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee, we will push down our enemies. Through thee. That means you're going to do this through us. Okay? You're helping us in this situation. It says, through thy name, we will tread them under that rise up against us. But it's all through YAHAWAH. He makes it happen because He's fighting for you. Okay? It says, for I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. So it's nothing physical. He's talking to a spirit. Okay? Now, the thing is, your trust is in one of these two worlds. Either your trust is in the physical, which He just said, not his bow or his sword, but he's saying, my trust will be in thee. Okay, so he's trusting in the spiritual aspect of these things, not the physical. Okay, it says, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. It didn't say we did it, even though I have a bow and I have a sword. It didn't say that that's what happened. It said you helped us, and this is how we got through this. You fought for us. Okay. This is Joshua 1:9. It says, have I not commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be dismayed, for Yahawah thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest. So I'm commanding thee, be of good courage. You know why? Because I'm with you. You can't physically see me, but guess what? That spirit that I set down, it's there. Okay, it's there. I've sent an angel forth to you. Guess what? It's there. So when it's time to fight, that's what he's going to do. He's going to fight for you. Okay, you're not going to do nothing on your own. And this is a precept, Isaiah 43:2. It says, when thou passest through the waters, I will be with thee. And through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. And this is spiritual, bro. This is spiritual. It says when they shall not overflow thee. That means you're in a situation and it's so deep. Spiritually, I'm not going to let you drown in the situation that you're in. I'm carrying you through this situation. You're not going to drown and basically go under. Why? Because you're trusting in me. When your feet can't touch the bottom, you can't fight, because if you panic, guess what? You're trying to fight on your own, you drown. The Lord is saying, trust me when you get out in those deep waters. I will not let you go under. Okay? It's not going to overflow thee. When thou walkest through the fire, and these are situations that we're put in. And fire and deep water, man, guess what? Those elements, man, those elements are something serious. Okay? Could you imagine? Like you watch these movies, like 2012, you got this big wall of just water just coming, you know what I'm saying? And these are heavy elements. Then he said fire. It says, thou shalt not be burned, neither shall the flame kindle upon thee. So just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, they stayed faithful. And by them being faithful, guess what? The Lord delivered them out of that situation. In the midst of the fire dancing, okay? In the midst of the fire dancing. But that's trust, that's faith, okay? You're having faith in that spiritual side of things. This is Deuteronomy 20:4. It says, for YAHAWAH, your power is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. Okay? And when you look at this in Luke 1:67, this is basically our deliverance story. This is how we're going to be delivered. Okay? This is how we get deliverance. Because it said to fight for you against your enemies, to save you. That sounds like salvation, if he's going to fight for it. Now let's look at Luke 1:68. It says, blessed be the Lord power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people, and hath raised up an horn of salvation, that's YAHAWASHI, for us in the house of his servant David, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. Now, how would this happen? Through what? Let's go back and read it. It says, he raised up, where is it at? In 69. he hath raised up a horn of salvation. So through YAHAWASHI dying, he is going to fight for us till the end, till we're saved, that we're being saved from our enemies. That's what this is all about. Okay? That's who we're being saved from, and all that hate us. Okay? But ultimately, this is the thing. This is when you try to fight on your own will. This is Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus 28:1. It says, he that revengeth shall find vengeance from the Lord. Okay? So if something's happening, you're not supposed to be carnal and do things physically yourself. Okay? You're not supposed to do things yourself. He that revenges shall find vengeance from the Lord. You're going to make the Lord mad, and you're going to make your situation worse. You might have to wait longer till you get out of the situation. It's just, everything is bad about it. Okay? And he will surely keep his sin in remembrance. So the best thing for us to do in our situations, when we have those moments to where we're being tried, is, no matter how bad it gets or how bad it looks or what people are saying in these situations, always keep in mind that YAHAWASHI is in control. I don't care what that person say. I don't care what the situation look like. The Lord is in control of it. Okay? And long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and praying and calling on his name, he's going to see you through that situation, and he's going to end it the way it needs to be ended. Okay? I hope this is edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to YAHAWASHI by Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostle and of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, throughout the four winds, pushing this truth and sincerity. Till next time, shalom.